Maharashtra's Women and Child Development Minister Pankaja Munde is in the eye of a storm. The opposition is gunning for her. They want her resignation in the Chikki scam. She has defended the purchase of food items for schools in midday meal scheme, saying all rules and norms were followed. She insisted no rules were violated. There was no need for inviting e-tenders in the Chikki purchase. India Today's Kamlesh Sutar now joins me with the latest. Kamlesh, the opposition insists that there is a major scam, 208 crore by one account, 230 by the other account. Pankaja Munde insists there is no violation. Take us through the details.
Well, all these items that were procured under the ICDS Integrated Child Development Scheme and Services, Pankaja Munde's department that was involved in procuring. The allegation is that the tender procedure was not followed. The norms that are generally required for procuring such items of a huge quantity. There should be a tender that should be floated and they should be procured through the tender procedure. That wasn't followed. Also, incriminating documents suggesting by the ICDS commissioner saying that it was on the behest of and the insistence of the Women and Child Development Minister, that is Pankaja Munde here in question. She said that all the proposals that all the proposals that were received earlier should be scrapped and the contract be given to one particular institution here in question, and the order for Chikkis was given to that. Also, 24 GRs in one day. There was no assessment made for the need. There was no assessment of the actual requirement. Beyond that, this was given in just 2 days' time. The order was floated and the tender and the order given immediately next day with 24 GRs, as much as 24 GRs that were taken out by the state government, that the Women and Child Department. That puts Pankaja Munde in dock. She though coming out in her own defense, saying that no norms were flouted. It was procured as per the rules, as per the rate contract given by the Director General of Supplies and Disposals. All due procedure was followed, and here it wasn't required. But several questions being raised, with the opposition now also filing a complaint with the Anti-Corruption Bureau. Things would be tough for Pankaja Munde in days to come.
Keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. But for the moment, I want to quickly cut across to Shastri Bhavan in New Delhi. This is the office of the Union HRD Minister, and these are Youth Congress workers who are protesting outside the HRD Ministry. Youth Congress and NSUI workers and students are protesting, demanding the resignation of the Union HRD Minister Smriti Irani. A Delhi court has today accepted a petition taking cognizance of a complaint that has been filed against the Union HRD Minister Smriti Irani. The complainant had alleged that Smriti Irani had filed false information with the Election Commission regarding her educational qualifications. Youth Congress activists and the Aam Aadmi Party have both demanded that Smriti Irani should be arrested and investigations should be initiated in this case. And this is being seen as a huge setback for the union. So Youth Congress and NSUI workers have effigies of the Union HRD Minister Smriti Irani, and they're saying that she should immediately quit or should be dismissed as a Union Cabinet Minister. The court called the petition maintainable.
पुलिस ने कार्रवाई की और पुलिस ने उसके फर्जीवाड़े की पोल खोल दिया। हमारी यही मांग है कि पुलिस भी इसकी इंक्वायरी करे और जल्द से जल्द स्मृति ईरानी इस पर इस्तीफा दें, क्योंकि जब तक वो पद पर हैं जब तक निष्पक्ष जांच नहीं हो सकती है।
Now the court will examine these documents on the 28th of August. The complainant had alleged that the union HRD minister had filed contradictory claims about her college education in 3 different affidavits that had been filed with the Election Commission. Now, according to the petitioner, Smriti Irani, in her 2004 affidavit for Lok Sabha elections, mentioned that she completed her Bachelor of Arts in 1996 from Delhi University School of Correspondence. In 2011, affidavits for Rajya Sabha elections, she stated that her highest educational qualification was BCom Part 1 from the School of Correspondence. In the third affidavit in 2014 Lok Sabha elections, Smriti Irani said that she had completed BCom Part 1 from School of Open Learning. Opposition parties have launched a frontal attack on the HRD minister, seeking her resignation. The petitioner saying only one of these 3 affidavits could be correct. The Narendra Modi government has rejected this demand. The BJP has said that the affidavits only had a typographical error, saying it's exact.
Because she has categorically in her affidavit for the Rajya Sabha in 2011 said that she is become Part 1 from School of Correspondence. And in 2014 also, as well, in her affidavit, she has said become Pass 1 from School of Correspondence, Open School of Learning, which was earlier called School of Correspondence. So there's no ambiguity. And we feel that probably even the cognizance should not have been taken because it is beyond limitation.
Sir, Rajnath Singh ji, sir, just
नए इसमें मंत्रियों के त्यागपत्र नहीं होते हैं भैया, वो यूपीए गवर्नमेंट नहीं है, एनडीए गवर्नमेंट है।
राजनाथ सिंह जी, हियर सर।
और एक मिनट हम ऐड कर दें कि हमारे जो मंत्री जो उनके मंत्री करते थे वो करते भी नहीं है, ये भी जान लीजिए आप। धन्यवाद।
जब कोई आदमी मंत्री बनता है तो वो संविधान की शपथ खाता है, पद और गोपनीयता की शपथ खाता है और कहता है कि वो संविधान का पालन करेंगे, कानून का पालन करेंगे, बिना राग द्वेष के अपने पद का निर्वहन करेंगे। तो एक बात तो स्पष्ट है कि उन्होंने झूठ बोला, कम से कम, और वो शपथ देकर झूठ बोला। ये अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा अपराध है। सामने स्पष्ट करना चाहता हूं कि जैसे तोमर के मामले में प्रॉम्प्टनेस दिखाई गई थी, उसी तरीके से दिल्ली पुलिस स्मृति ईरानी के मामले में एफआईआर दर्ज करेगी, उनको गिरफ्तार करेगी और प्रधानमंत्री जी उनका इस्तीफा लेंगे।
Senior BJP leader Jai Narayan Vyas joins me on the broadcast. Also with me is Congress Party spokesperson Brijesh Kalappa. Jai Narayan Vyas, 3 different affidavits. The court has taken cognizance. Is it time for Smriti Irani to quit? Okay, we've lost that line to Jai Narayan Vyas. We'll try and re-establish that in just a moment. Brijesh Kalappa, the BJP says it's just a typographical error. Why should Smriti Irani quit?
Like you rightly pointed out, Gaurav, there are 3 affidavits, and the 3 affidavits are, starkly different from each other. The first affidavit of 2004 says that she's a full bachelor of commerce, and the second affidavit says no, she's done the first part. The second affidavit also says something like that, other than, there is some minor difference between the second and the third affidavit. Now, as you will understand, Gaurav, all these affidavits have been sworn by Smriti Irani and filed before the Election Commission of India, right?
Yes.
So, this Election Commission of India earlier did not have these, this type of a format where you file your educational qualification and where you file your affidavits and where you file other details, right? This actually came only because of a judgment of the Supreme Court of India. Now, isn't when Ms. Smriti Irani makes a statement like this, one, she first says that she's a full Bachelor of Arts. Second, she says, no, she's only completed the first part. Second, she says, no, she's not completed the first part. There is a difference between the two. Now, which one of these affidavits is correct? It can't be that all three are correct, because there is substantially, there's substantial change between the three affidavits.
Okay.
First of all, the point is that all three affidavits are different from one another, right? So this is the first point. So she has to now clarify which one is the right one. Is she a full degree holder?
Okay.
Is she? No, I wouldn't like to point out that, if this is a seat in which Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad has remained as the Indian Education Minister, and Smriti Irani is sitting on the very same seat. Right?
Okay.
But it's a different matter. People have different perceptions. One feels that, there should be a person with high learning who has to sit on these seats. And the Prime Minister of India himself doesn't have formal education. So he perhaps believes that, formal education doesn't matter. Right? Even one can believe that it was because of plastic surgery that the Ganesha's head was inserted. Such kind of things can go on. But the real essential part is...
What is the Congress's demand at this stage? What is the Congress's demand? You want Smriti Irani to quit, or as the Aam Aadmi Party alleges, that the way their minister was arrested, the same norms should be followed here?
No, see, the law is the same for everybody. There's Article 14 that governs all of us. The point is, Gaurav, if a sitting minister in the Delhi government, Jitendra Tomar, has been, first of all arrested and taken to the places of where he studied, has been interrogated by the police, and essentially the charge is exactly the same. So what is the essential difference between Smriti Irani and Jitendra Tomar? What is the difficulty in Smriti Irani being meted out the same treatment? Is there any problem with that? Of course, it need not be male policemen. It can be female policemen who take her, who arrest her, who take her there. Of course, her staying as HRD minister is totally untenable. That's quite ruled out. Because the fact is that the court has gone into it and found that this is a case of maintainability, right? And that maintainability has been proved. And the point is that the complainant has to lead evidence whether Smriti Irani has to be summoned or not, right? So in this, under these circumstances,
merit in the Congress?
The only option for Smriti Irani is...
Okay, is there merit in the BJP saying this is exactly the same? There are discrepancies even in Sonia Gandhi's degrees or the cases that were filed in this regard with the Election Commission, the affidavits that were filed. So when no hue and cry is raised over that, why is it being raised over Smriti Irani?
No, what is the discrepancy in Sonia Gandhi's affidavit? If there is any, then the BJP should have acted. And Mrs. Gandhi has been a member of parliament since 1998. So what is the issue now? If BJP simply wants to throw tar on somebody else, then they are welcome to, because they have only been doing that so far. Whether you take the case of Vasundhara Raje or you take the case of Sushma Swaraj, all they do is, no, you did this. But besides that, substantially do they have anything in their own defense?
Okay.
Now, if there is something substantially against Mrs. Gandhi, they should have acted. She has been a member of parliament since long back, 1998, nearly 20 years ago. So what's the issue in bringing up something like that now and saying, no, this happened equally? They should have taken action. In fact, they still can if there is some issue in there.
Okay, so you are on the front foot on this. I also want to bring in BJP's Jai Narayan Vyas. We've re-established contact with him. Jai Narayan Vyas, is it then time for Smriti Irani to quit? Because there are 3 different affidavits that have been filed and the court has now taken cognizance to examine these documents.
See, Gaurav, Congress is in a habit of asking for the resignations in the drop of the hat, because that is what I think at least they can shout around and can draw some solace out of the frustration they are going through. It is understood. But nowhere in the world, simply court taking cognizance, and here the court has specifically indicated that the complainant shall have to provide proof about the charges made. Now, unless these proofs are provided, unless the court conclusively rules that yes, there is something which is done with a malified intention, and the court holds the person concerned about whom the complaint is there in the court guilty, I think it is premature to jump at the conclusions, though it might suit Congress in this present hour.
No, but the issues of propriety, Jai Narayan Vyas, the issues of propriety, here there is a union minister and the HRD minister who stands accused of 3 different affidavits. So how does the BJP explain that, sir?
No, let the person concerned explain it. see, issues of propriety, as it was clarified by the spokesperson of the BJP, could also arise because of some typographical error. In similar incidences in past, when Mrs. Sonia Gandhi first claimed that she had a degree from Cambridge, later on it was established that it was only typographical error and the issue was hushed out.
Okay.
So I think it is absolutely premature to judge anything at this juncture, and the law anywhere first provides the benefit of doubt to a person who is making the kind of allegations, and let him come up with the proof. If there is a proof, then the court will admit the case in order for the first FIR to be registered.
Okay.
Now, even when the FIR is even not registered, based upon something which is just in the imagination of somebody, asking for the resignation of a central minister, I think it is too much of unbecoming of Congress.
Respond to that, Brijesh Kalappa, before I take a break on the broadcast. There is not even an FIR. The court says the complainant needs to provide proof, has only taken cognizance to hear the matter and nothing beyond.
No, was even this there in Jitendra Tomar's case, Gaurav? Was even an FIR there? Was even this, matter pending before any court in Jitendra Tomar's case? How did the police suddenly go, grab him, take him outside, put him in 4 days of detention, and then take him to his places, conduct a full investigation? Was even this stage reached in Jitendra Tomar's case?
There was an FIR in that case. There was a first information report. A first information report
That's right. What is the difficulty now to file an FIR? What? No. In view of what is now transpired, where is the difficulty for the central government or the Delhi police to now file an FIR, pick her up tonight, take some lady constables and take her to the place of incidents and ask her, because she has stated unequivocally that she's a full graduate. Then subsequently she changes her mind and she says, no, I've only done a
Clearly the last is
then she
not
changes her
heard
mind
of this
says, no, I've not
huge
even completed the first year.
controversy. I have to take a break at this stage. Brijesh Kalappa and Jai Narayan Vyas, many thanks for joining me on the broadcast. We will continue.